Speedway here again, and welcome to Season 2 of the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series. It's time for Race 1 out of 14, the Daytona 500. Here is the racetrack, folks. Yes, last year it was a stop motion, but we're going with a full-on restrictor plate race this go-around. If you have not caught up on the 2019 rules package, here is a small rundown. The way the cars will be pushed around the track, no matter where their position is, they'll either end up directly behind the car that went before them or directly in front. This will create pack racing. Should a car come off the track and that car touches another car, that will include a multi-car wreck. It's going to get crazy, folks. Here we go. Ryan Newman on pole for the second consecutive Duralast Daytona 500. Let's go racing. Here we go, folks. We are just seconds away from the green flag, but before we do, we got two halves to the race. Each car will get two pushes, one per half. After every car has went, we'll take them off the track and they'll run once more. No matter what, there will only be one push per car, which means you get two shots. May the best car win. Here we go. Ryan Newman, who's on pole for this second consecutive Daytona 500. Ryan Newman ends there. Now, this is the new rules change for the restrictor plate racing. Kevin Harvick's about to go. When he goes, he'll either be directly behind or directly in front of Ryan Newman. Here we go. And there's Kevin Harvick. That's a lead change. Kevin Harvick will take the lead here with the restrictor plate rules package. His car will be moved here. This creates pack racing. Your leader in the Daytona 500 is Kevin Harvick. Here comes last year's Daytona 500 champion, Clint Bowyer. Impressive run for him. And even though he finished way back here on his first run, he will line up directly behind Ryan Newman. This is going to create pack racing, and if a car comes off the racing surface and makes any contact with him, that is a multi-car wreck, and they will both be out. Here's Brad Keselowski. New leader in Daytona, it's Brad Keselowski. Ford's up in the front, top four is definitely the blue oval. Here comes Denny Hamlin, last year's champion. A hot lap for the FedEx Camry. He will take the lead. Hamlin's out front. Here comes Kyle Larson. Not the best of laps, but he'll get around Clint Bowyer in the 14. Here's Daniel Suarez. A solid run for him. That's going to get him into the top 5. As we go through the field here, top 10 are the only ones who get points. First place gets 10 points. Ironically, we have the 10 card here. And 10th place gets 1 point. And a very poor run for Eric Almirola, but right now, Stewart-Haas Racing all in the top 10. Here comes a Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Oh man, a terrible run for him, but he's going to line up directly behind Almirola. This is the drafting package. This makes bad cars good and good cars bad. Here's Eric Jones. Another poor run, but guess what? He gets the pass. He gets to be directly behind Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now here comes a NASCAR Duralast Cup Series new entry. Coors Light is back on the 40 car for Chip Ganassi Racing, and Tyler Reddick will be running it. Here we go. A poor run for Tyler Reddick. He'll be just outside the top 10. Here comes Matt DiBenedetto, making his NASCAR Duralast Cup Series debut. A decent lap for DiBenedetto. He'll only gain 1 spot over Tyler Reddick. Here comes fan favorite Chase Elliott. Chevrolet winning the last 2 races in the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series last year. Chase Elliott being your most recent winner at Homestead. He will just be inside the top 10. Here is Ryan Preece making his NASCAR Duralast Cup Series debut. Half-decent lap for him. He's going to line up behind the 40 car. Here's Alex Bowman. Wow! Amazing lap for the Valvoline 88. He will take the lead here in the Daytona 500. Here comes Kurt Busch, supporting his brand new car, driving for Chip Ganassi Racing. An awful lap here, an awful lap for the 1 car. Terrible lap for Kurt Busch, but here comes Jimmy Johnson, supporting his brand new sponsor, Ally. Here we go. Jimmy Johnson, a very poor lap in his brand new Camaro. You only get around Kurt Busch and Ryan Preece. Here is NASCAR Duralast Cup Series rookie Ross Chastain making his debut at Daytona, and also the first race for Buffet Racing South. Here's the number 39 Marquito Camaro. And a half-decent lap for the 39. He will pass the pole sitter, Ryan Newman, and be inside the top 10. Once again, top 10 are the only cats in the field who get points. Here's Paul Menard. Wow, Paul Menard goes to the front. He will take the lead in the 500. So far, no DNFs. Here is Ryan Blaney in his monster assault Ford Mustang. And he will get around Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So as you can see here, the field is getting pretty spread out, so to speak. Slow cars in the back, fast cars up front. Here is Martin Truex Jr. in the Stanley Toyota Camry. Martin Truex Jr. in his debut with Joe Gibbs Racing could not get a victory for Furniture Row Racing last year. Here is his teammate Kyle Busch in the monster Toyota Camry. A pretty good run for him. He'll get around Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman is dropping like a rock, I might add. And here is Ryan Truex. This team, they signed a technical alliance with Hendrick Motorsports. Ryan Truex coming back to the 26 Pizza Hut Camaro. Let's see how he can do at Daytona. And their off-season did not get much better. They're still going to be dead last so far here at Daytona. Here's David Reagan. Let's see what he can do. David Reagan's going to get around our pole sitter. I mean, Ryan Newman right now is fading fast. And here comes Corey LaJoie in the Old Spice Ford Mustang, and making his debut as well. And he'll get around Ryan Truex in the 26. Here comes Danica Patrick, going to be making another NASCAR Duralast Cup Series season. And a solid lap for the GoDaddy number 7. She will leapfrog over 10 cars. Now we got 7 more cars to go in the first half. With Chase Briscoe leaving Roush Fenway Racing, Austin Cindric hops behind the number 16 Aussie Ford. And wow, what an amazing start for Austin Cindric's NASCAR Duralast Cup Series career. Pretty good run there. Here is Ty Dillon in the Geico Chevy. Ty Dillon is leading the Daytona 500. Here is Bubba Wallace Jr. in his STB Camaro. Bubba Wallace Jr. with a pretty good lap there. He'll get around 15 cars pretty much there. Now Joey Logano, Daniel Hemrick, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, and Austin Dillon all wrecked in practice. They qualified at the tail end of the field. Here's Joey Logano, who was really fast in practice. And right on cue, Joey Logano shot out of a cannon. It's going to be way up there in the front. Joey Logano takes the lead here in the first half of the Duralast Cup Daytona 500. Here is Daniel Hemrick making his NASCAR Duralast Cup Series debut. Wow! One of the fastest, the fastest lap here at Daytona just got set. Daniel Hemrick's leading the Daytona 500 right now. Here comes William Byron. Let's see what he can do. Brand new season. He won 1 race last year. Let's see if we can have a good run here at Daytona. Wow. And the last 3 cars that have went have all changed the lead. William Byron sets even a faster lap than Daniel Hemrick. Here's Chase Briscoe making a part-time run for Richard Childress Racing in the 31 Granger Camaro. After getting bumped out by Roush, he's going to try to win the Daytona 500. Here is Chase Briscoe. And a very good run for how he ran last year. He actually passes the 16 car, which he drove last season. Here's Austin Dillon, who crashed out and had to go to the backup car. And he started dead last for this 500. This is the last car to go in the first half. After this car goes, every car that's on the racetrack will be set to the side, and we'll all redo it for the final go. Here is Austin Dillon. Very good lap for him. Better than where he qualified, that's for sure. All right, so this is your top 33, as we have not had a single DNF yet in the Daytona 500. Things are going to get interesting, though, folks. Things are going to get very interesting. And your leader, yes, is William Byron in the Exalta 24, followed by Daniel Hemrick, Joey Logano, Ty Dillon, Paul Menard, Alex Bowman, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Daniel Suarez, and Kevin Harvick. That is your top 10 right now. Remember, top 10 are the only drivers who get points. First place gets 10 points. 10th place gets 1 point. Let's get it ready to go green flag racing once again in the second half. All right, here we go. The final run in the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series 2019 Daytona 500. Your leader, William Byron, is going to have one shot at possibly winning his second Duralast Cup Series race, and man, would it be a big one. Here at Daytona. Been decently fast in practice, but let me tell you, man, upset alert. William Byron is out front of Daytona, and we haven't seen any DNFs, no crashes yet, so this second half could be drastically different than the first one. Gotta see how it plays out. Here is William Byron making his final run here at Daytona. Very solid lap. William Byron making another great run. That's going to keep him up front. Here's second place, Daniel Hemrick in the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats Camaro. Second place here in his NASCAR Duralast Cup Series debut. Can he get possibly a top 10 and secure points? Here we go. Daniel Hemrick in the number 8 RCR Camaro. And he has stolen the lead from William Byron. Byron will not win today. In third place, it's Joey Logano in the Pennzoil Shell Mustang. Can he win and get his first NASCAR Duralast Cup Series victory? Last year, Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano went winless, and it was Ryan Blaney taking the W. Here's Joey Logano's final run here at Daytona. Almost there. He's going to be directly behind William Byron and Daniel Hemrick. He's not going to be able to win this race. Of course, if Hemrick or William Byron get taken out with a crash, then he might win. But more likely than not, he is not going to be your winner. Here's Ty Dillon, who was the upset of last year. So fast at the restrictor plate tracks and also at the 1.5 mile tracks as well. Here's Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon still solidly in the 4th spot. Looking like a great points day for the 13 Camaro. Here is Paul Menard. Can he get it done here at Daytona? Paul Menard takes the lead in the Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford. Here is Alex Bowman in the Valvoline Camaro. Let's see what he can do. Can he get himself in the top 5? If not, out front here, looking for his first Duralast Cup Series victory. Alex Bowman, not enough. He's going to stay in the 6th spot. Here's last year's champion, Denny Hamlin. Let's see what he can do. Looking for another solid point state. Last year, he finished in the top 10 every single race. Here's Denny Hamlin's final run at Daytona. Just barely enough to get around the 13 Camaro, but that puts him in the top 5 and eligible for 6 points in race number 1. Here's Brad Keselowski in the Miller Lite Mustang. Let's see what he can do. Decent run for Keselowski, but not going to be enough for position. He's going to line up directly behind Alex Bowman. Not enough for Brad Keselowski to make up ground. He's going to be right behind Alex Bowman in the 88. Here's Daniel Suarez in the 41. Let's see what he can do. Daniel Suarez, no luck for him either. Here's Kevin Harvick, who was winless last year. Going to get himself a first win in the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series. And it looks like he might just get around his teammate in the 41. And Kevin Harvick passes Daniel Suarez. He's going to be in the 9th spot right now. And now the bubble driver for points is Daniel Suarez in the 41. He sits in the 10th spot once again. First place gets 10 points. 10th place gets 1 point. The top 10 bubble is now on. And here is Ross Chastain, who right now is running 11th in his NASCAR Duralast Cup Series debut. Let's see what he can do in the number 39 Marquito Chevrolet. We're going to push him on this end because it's easier. And not a solid run for the 39. He's going to maintain the 11th spot. Here's Kyle Busch. Not enough He's going to be right behind the 39. Here is David Reagan. See what he's got in his final run at Daytona. Not enough. Here's your pole sitter, Ryan Newman. Qualified on pole last year at Daytona. Had a tire issue, and now he's on pole again, but he has dropped like a rock to mid-pack. Can he get any points today at Daytona? Your pole sitter is out front, once again, leading the Daytona 500. Newman takes the lead. Now he is out front looking to get his first NASCAR DURALAST Cup Series victory. This puts Kevin Harvick on the bubble. Suarez, Chastain, Kyle Busch, David Reagan, all not getting points today. Harvick is now 10th spot. Here is Chase Briscoe. See what he can do. Not enough. There's Bubba Wallace Jr. in the STP Camaro. Nope, still slow for him. Here's the third and final run for RCR. Here's Austin Dillon in the Dow Chemical Chevrolet. He's going to gain 2 spots, one over his teammate and another Chevrolet in the 43. Here's Austin Cindric. Oh no, Austin Cindric on his roof. He's going to be out of the Daytona 500 in the first car to do so. Austin Cindric has wrecked out. Here's Danica Patrick. Poor run for her Camaro. Kyle Larson went winless last year, and to be honest, his 2 starts last year were absolutely miserable. Besides winning both poles both times, he did not come away with a good finish. Can Kyle Larson get his first points of his DURALAST Cup career? Nothing there for the Credit One Bank Camaro. Here's last year's Daytona 500 champion, Clint Bowyer. And if there's one cat in this field that might be able to run down that number 6 car in the 21, it might just be this Rush Truck Center's 14. Can Clint Bowyer repeat as a Daytona 500 champion? And nowhere near. It's going to be well outside the top 10. No points for Bowyer, who finished 2nd in the points last year. We just got a little over 10 cars left to go in this Daytona 500, and right now, Ryan Newman in the Windhelm Rewards Ford is out front. Looks like he's going to win a DURALAST Cup Daytona 500, but here's Eric Almirola. Can he pull the upset? And the Smithfield Ford, nothing there. Here's Chase Elliott's number 9 Napa Auto Parts Camaro. Poor run for the 9 car, no speed in it at all. Here's Ryan Blaney in the Mosh Energy Assault Ford Mustang. Whew, terrible run. Martin Truex Jr. Very slow run for the Stanley Camry, and he's definitely going to be deep in the field with no points to show for it. Now, out of the cars left, which include Ryan Truex, Corey LaJoie, Kurt Busch, Ryan Preece, Jimmy Johnson, Tyler Reddick, Matt DiBenedetto, Eric Jones, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., this is probably the best shot to take the win away from his teammate. He's going to need one well of a run. Can he do it and put a Mustang in victory lane? Let's see what he can do. He'll get around Martin Truex Jr., but that's it. Here is Eric Jones. He will gain 4 spots in his DURALAST Cup debut. Can Matt DiBenedetto pull off the upset in the Procore Camry? Can he do it? Can he do it? Let's see. Nothing. Nothing. Just a few spots he's going to get around Ryan Blaney, Stenhouse, and Truex, but well outside the top 10. Let's see what Tyler Reddick can do in his final run in his debut. Nothing for the Coors Light Camaro. Here is Jimmy Johnson in the Ally Camaro. His final run here at Daytona. Can he do it? Can he get any spots? Get some points? Something. Nothing. He'll get around his teammate Chase Elliott, but well outside the top 15. Here's Ryan Preece, the rookie, in the Kroger Chevrolet Camaro. And high hopes going to end in a dismal finish, and now we have just 3 cars left to go. Here's your final 3 cars to go at the Daytona 500. Ryan Newman is out front. The Mustangs, can they defeat Ryan Newman out front in his Fusion? This is going to be an interesting lineup here. Here's Kurt Busch. Can he upset Ryan Newman? Kurt Busch has nothing for him. He's going to be finishing well deep in the pack. Poor run for Kurt Busch. He's going to be finishing outside the top 30, it looks like. Here comes Corey LaJoie, the Old Spice Ford Mustang. What does he got for him? Nothing. Nothing at all. And this is shaking up to be one upset. The little Fusion that could is out front, leading all the brand new Mustangs who have just been so fast in practice, so fast in qualifying. The little Ford that could is just out running them right now. He is one of the few Fusions in the field, and my goodness, is he got a hot rod. And it's either going to be the number 26 of Ryan Truex, or it's going to be the number 6 of Ryan Newman. One will be the 2019 NASCAR Duralast Cup Series Daytona 500 champion. Here we go. Final run in the Daytona 500. Race 1 out of 14. Can't even get around the 32 car. It is over. Ryan Newman is a Daytona 500 champion. He wins the Duralast Cup Daytona 500. Wow! From the pole. That number 6 car was so darn fast. He defeats them all. He is your winner today, folks. He is your winner. As the sun sets in Daytona, Ryan Newman is your winner. This car is a Fusion, yes, and it defeated the Mustangs. One of the final races for Ford's Fusion, and yes, it is a Daytona 500 winner, qualifies on pole, defeats all the Mustangs, the Camaros, and of course the Camrys, and now Ryan Newman is a 2-time Daytona 500 champion. His car, this car, folks, this car will be turned into a NASCAR Duralast Cup Series race win custom. Ford goes back-to-back in the Daytona 500 last year with Clint Bowyer, this year with Ryan Newman. And what a race, folks. Paul Menard, 2nd place, who comes away with 9 points. The winner comes away with 10. Daniel Hemrick with 8 points. William Byron with 7 points. Joey Logano, who came in with 5th, gets 6 points. Hamlin, who comes on 6th, gets 5 points. Ty Dillon, who comes home on 7th, gets 4 points. 88 car, Alex Bowman comes home with 3 points. Brad Keselowski in the Blue Deuce, or White Deuce, gets 2 points. And Kevin Harvick, who rounds out the top 10, gets a single point. And this is it from Daytona. Let's get your final results. Over here on the back straightaway, the 41 car making his debut with SHR comes away with the 11th spot at Buffet Racing South's inaugural event. The 2019 Daytona 500 comes home 12th with Ross Chastain. Amazing run for the 39 Chevrolet. Up there at 13th, it's going to be Kyle Busch. 15th goes to Austin Dillon. 16th to Chase Briscoe. 17th goes to Bubba Wallace. 18th to Danica Patrick. 19th to Kyle Larson. 20th to last year's champion of the Daytona 500, Clint Bowyer. 21st to Eric Almirola. 22nd to Eric Jones. 23rd to Jimmy Johnson. 24th to Chase Elliott. 25th to Matt DiBenedetto. 26th to Ryan Blaney. 27th to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 28th to Martin Truex Jr. 29th to Tyler Reddick. 47 car, Ryan Preece 30th, Kurt Busch 31st. Corey LaJoie comes home 32nd. Ryan Truex 33rd. And Chase Briscoe over here comes home 34th. What a finish, folks. Ryan Newman takes the win away from Paul Menard, your pole sitter. What a race. We didn't see the crash fest that sometimes we do see at these restrictor plate tracks, like last year at Talladega. We've seen a wreck fest with over 8 or 9 cars knocked out. Only had a single car knocked out in this one. So definitely a more of a clean Daytona 500, but hey, that's not always a bad thing. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I put so much work into these videos and to get these tracks built, to just bring y'all content. I thank y'all so much for supporting the Duralast Cup Series. Make sure to hit subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you're having a great one out there. And from the voice of the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series, I'm Garrett Hodge, Diecast Buffet, signing off. This has been a presentation of the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series on Diecast Buffet.